Good morning, Libras. Welcome aboard the Libra Love Boat. I want to remind you, you don't have to be a Libra to hop on board the Love Boat. If you feel drawn to this channel, this reading could very well be for you. Cross watchers, if you've been drawn here, you don't think it's your reading, just switch the energies around. Okay? So readings aren't possibly for everyone, but take what resonates, leave the rest for somebody else. Let's see what that person in your energy is feeling. What's going on with you and them? Oh boy. They've been suffering. They've been doing some suffering. They might be working really hard. They might have had a disappointment at work or something having to do with their money. Yeah, they feel like they're losing something. They're losing some revenue, it seems like here. And this is painful to them. They've got someone around them that could be draining them of their money, or just really affecting them emotionally. This person is untrustworthy. They could be after their money. Okay, someone in your person's energy, it looks like, is interested in their money. Probably hooking up with them. Interested in hooking up with them. I don't see that here yet, but it looks like they feel like they've been betrayed, your person, the person in your energy, by a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Could be a king. There's no gender in the cards, just all energies. Yeah, they're trying to make a big decision right now. It's emotional. They need to do it on their own. Might not be talking to you. This could be like they cut you off, or they cut off this other person. Whatever the case may be, your person is trying to make a big decision in their life right now. They could have ghosted you, blocked you, or they're blocking this person. But whatever they're, whoever they're blocking here, they've had to take some time out to really consider their next move. So if you're not talking to this person, they're doing a lot of thinking right now. I think they'd like to bring you a message. They'd like to open up with you and tell you what's going on. Yes, they would. Yeah, they want to come in and share something with you. I think what they want to share with you is that they'd like to come back. They'd like to regenerate this union. But they've been having some difficulties. It seems like money issues, like somebody's trying to drain them. This Queen of Pentacles in reverse, they could be acting like they're a friend, or a relative or something like that, but they depend on your person here, who your person now is the King of Pentacles. And this is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. It's affecting them negatively. Doesn't have to be a lover. It could be anybody in their family, or just whoever they've taken up with in a situation, that they've got themselves involved in maybe some money disputes, or somebody just draining them, using them, basically. It's more like a deceitful friend or relative. But can't be certain yet. This Queen of Pentacles in reverse, or King, whatever, has put this person really in their head. They're feeling guilty. They want to come back to you. They're feeling guilty because maybe you didn't know anything about all this. Maybe this has been going on behind your back, and now they're feeling guilty. Yeah, they're feeling like they want to come back. Maybe they wanted to be with you all along, but they just had all this crap going on in their life. Yeah, they're feeling stuck. Yeah, they're being indecisive. I don't know how long they've been in this Two of Swords energy, but now the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse for them. So they're just stuck. They feel like they really blew it with you somehow. Yeah, and they're tormented over it, losing sleep. They did something wrong and they know it. I think they want to come in and kind of admit to you their evil ways. I don't think this person has been very trustworthy at all. They've actually tried to control the whole situation. They could have lied to you. Yeah, no wonder they're feeling guilty over here. They want to come back. They want to explain things, but they're in an immature energy. They're not on your level. It's painful for them right now, though. They've discovered that, by treating you this way, acting almost narcissistic, maybe they are narcissists, but we got to keep reading. This person, yeah, they tried to control you. They were emotionless with you, wouldn't show you their emotions. Now the table's turned on them, and they're stuck. Yeah, they're having a big tower. They've had some sudden realization about you. And that realization is that they're missing out on a golden opportunity, and that they need to come back to you. They want to come back to you now. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what they want to tell you, but they're real shy to do it. Like I say, they're not on the same page. They're not in the same energy as you. They're immature in their thinking right now. So they just can't get it. They're in this Two of Swords, and they're hanging in there. They're just trying to make a decision. But they're immature about love and decisions in love. So it's really got them stymied here of what to do. So somehow you took a person that was trying to treat you like a narcissist, or like they were. This person might not be a narcissist, but to you, you thought they were, because they were. Every move they made seemed to come right out of the narcissist handbook. Probably the love bombing. Then what do you call it, when they start to put you down, demoralization kind of a thing, little subtle innuendo to make you feel insecure. Anyway, they have steps, and it's uncanny how narcissists all follow the same rule book or playbook. It's just instilled in them somehow. If you've dealt with more than one narcissist, you go, oh my God, this is exactly the same system that the other one used on me. Anyway, there's a lot of narcissism in our society now. Lots of it. It's like an epidemic. They say 1 in every 6 person. Wow, that's scary. But anyway, and you don't have to be a full-blown narcissist to treat people narcissistically either. It's just, I don't know, it's just that when you run into these people, it's such a shock, because you just can't realize how people can be so bad, so cruel. It's like if you're an empath or just a normal human being, you run into you get involved with one, especially, in a romantic way, and they will just tear you up with no remorse. This person's feeling some guilt. They're not a full-blown narcissist. They're just really insecure. Feeling like they have to be in control all the time. You know, and they'll put you down. They'll embarrass you in public. Do whatever they feel like doing as long as it inflates their ego. This person's been having a tower moment now. They've come into some realization. They feel like they've been betrayed by you. You must have just slammed the door on them. Had enough. And that shocked them because they're not used to being found out or called out. They know that if they can come back to you, or this is what they're feeling, that they'll be able to relieve this tension and guilt and pain and all that they're going through right now. Narcissists do have emotions, but it's for themselves. They could care less about other people's emotions, but they get really emotional when it has to do with their feelings. They do have feelings, but it's ego and it's self-centered. Oh yeah, they want their King of Wands back. You're the King of Wands too. You're in that kind of energy. They think that you were really fun. They had a good time with you. But they had to be the deceitful one in this party. They feel now that you don't really care that much anymore. Yeah, you've brushed it all off. You're feeling, you're indifferent to the whole situation. They know you're attractive, and they probably feel that you're attracting other people. You're powerful. You've got this thing where you can't be defeated. You're just too smart for everything. Or you let stuff roll off your back like a duck. Water off a back's duck, right? You're resilient. Oh, you're emotional, but that's not going to hold you back. Because you know your self-worth, you know your importance, and you know you're a fun, nice person to be around. They know that too. That's what they're realizing. They're realizing what they lost. And they're having a pity party over this now, probably. I don't know for sure, but my intuition is telling me that, yeah, they're feeling real sorry for themselves. Well, I forgot to look at my clock when I started. So now I'm lost and don't really have any idea of how long I'm going to be doing the reading, because I just go on and on forever till my camera usually runs out on me. Anyway, we'll just have to wing it, play it by ear. Let's see what you're feeling, Libra. How are you feeling right now? It looks like you've caught on, you've seen through it, and yeah, you've been through some pain, I'm sure, right? But I think you're gonna breeze through this. You may be already healed or healing from this person, and they're just still sitting there in the Two of Swords, stuck with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah. I think they realize that, they do realize what they've done. Even though they've got some bad traits, probably from their youth, they know what they've done. This is a person that comes in and out of relationships really quickly, dives into one, into the next. Things get too hot for them or don't go their way, they just jump to some other connection. You would know if they were doing that with you, or maybe you didn't. I don't know, but they had a lot of stuff going on back here. Most of it now feels like pain. Feels like they dealt with, some karmic partner or relatives or whatever, but I really don't see any betrayal of you here. They just feel like they've been betrayed by you for some reason. Maybe it's because, like I say, you You let them have it, and you turn your back on them. Start getting back into your old, great, fun, wonderful energy of being a king of wands or queen. Okay, here you are. Oh, you hermitized. But you learned something. You had to go figure something out and go deep, and it took some solitude to do that. You figured it out. You saw the light. That's what I said. You see this. I think you pretty much see it for what it is now, or what it was. This Hermit card's in reverse. Yeah, you're not hanging out stuck in the, in this Two of Swords or Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You've seen the light. You've been hermitizing. You're coming out of it. You've got an answer. You're subtle. You figured out what to do. You just weren't laying there, on your bed looking at the ceiling. No, you were examining this whole situation. Where you went wrong, where they went wrong. You're trying to be very psychological about this. And you figured it out. You figured out your next move. When you come back, or when you did come back, you came back subtle because you'd spent the time figuring out how to operate, how to continue on with this connection. Maybe as more of an observer now, than a really an active participant, because you want to test your theories. You want to test what you've come up with, what you've figured out. Yeah. Okay. If that makes any sense to you. Yeah, you were fond of this person. That's why you're hanging in there. You're curious. You've known them for a while, and you realize there's something about this person that could have been beneficial to both of you if you'd have made that connection in the future. Like, they know people that could be helpful. You know people that could be. There's just that if you had combined your knowledge, who you know, who they know, you could have moved ahead and you figured you could be very successful with this person. They were beneficial to you. You don't want to lose that benefit that you felt that you were going to get from them. Obviously, they don't want to lose it either now. They do feel like they owe you an apology or that they were wrong. Whether you're going to get an apology or not, we don't know yet. You find this person very impetuous. Yeah, like I say, they make impetuous decisions. Like if they're kind of narcissistic or they got that thing going on, yeah, it's almost as if somebody gives them a bunch of attention and strokes their ego. Boy, they just run right for them because they love that. They're impetuous. It's kind of scary to you. You don't know where you stand with this person. It's like you're walking on eggshells when you're with them. You're trying to please them so that they don't, go adverse on you or flip out or, or gaslight you or, you're always trying to keep it on a smooth, even level so that this person doesn't, rock the boat or do something drastic or, You want this person to be honest so badly. You want to see behind the veil completely. They may have dropped their mask a couple of times for you, in front of you, and you saw something there, and you liked it. Yeah, you liked it, what you saw behind the mask. Many people get to see behind this mask. They've had a tower. They have. They could be wondering what you're going to think, what you're going to say to people. They're coming out of this tower, but they could be wondering what you are going to spread about them, be vindictive or just tell their secrets, because you've seen behind the veil. You know what this person's up to an extent. There's still a lot of curiosity. There's still a lot of questions to be answered. But you know this person's impetuous, and you've got the feeling they're going to come back. Come back just when you're healing. So if you're healing up here, you've gone through the Ten of Swords too. I think you put each other through the Ten of Swords, basically. You first, and then when you left, then they started to crumble. Yeah, you don't want this again. You're healing. You could be healed up now. Learned your big lesson and moving on. And you don't want this to happen anymore. So you're a little bit afraid of this person, actually. How you're going to respond, or, you know, you're not sure if this person's going to change or heal up from, or you don't know. All you know is you're nervous about them. You don't want to get hurt again. Like I said, it's because you've already healed, or you're almost healed. And you need to charge forward here, it looks like. Yeah. When you were, hermitizing, you pretty much figured out that this person was dealing with a third party. That they were doing something that they shouldn't have been doing. Now, this doesn't have to be, a romantic connection per se. But with this person, it probably is. But there could be other things too, like I'm saying here. They have family, they have a lot of friends. They could just been out socializing, talking, maybe gossiping about you. You just figured out that, your name was getting out there. And you don't know if there are people who are talking bad about you or saying anything positive about you or what. And you're also figuring, that they're dealing with somebody else. They're impetuous. They may not be, but this could be just in your imagination, what you concocted, what you came up with when you were hermitizing. You just figured it, yeah, they're a cheater. They're cheating on me. Because you know a bit about this person's character. And so you just figure, yeah, you you might have met him in like a quick manner too. It might have, you just met him and all of a sudden you're already kissing and you're just, just quick, right? Could have been something like that. And then when you're hermitizing, you go back and you think, well, how you met the person and how that all came about. And then you realize, yeah, this person's a quick operator. They just go out and get what they want. That's how they came out and got me. So if I'm not around, they're probably going out and doing that to somebody else. Just moving right in, getting what they want, trying to get what they want, and you're thinking, wow, that's what they did to me. And then they started acting like a narcissist, and not showing me true emotions, or, deceiving me, ghosting me, trying to make me feel like I'm crazy, all the stuff. So you went through it, yeah. There is a real high chance that this person was dealing with someone else, or 2 or 3 people. It doesn't mean they're having sex with them, but they're talking to them on the phone, getting them all lined up, getting them all worked up for some adventure down the road or something. My goodness, yeah. There he is again, that old Knight of Pentacles. Slow. Yeah. And here you are, you're healing. It took you a long time to heal because it was very painful. And this person just took their sweet time. It was so frustrating, especially when you were going through this, what you felt was, narcissistic abuse. And you just hung in there waiting, or they were so slow. But you're fond of this person, and you had ideas that the future would be very beneficial to both of you if you could be connected. And I'm not seeing a heck of a lot of love here. You're healed. Your love and passion has probably been pulled back. They're coming. I think your intuition is right that they'll be back, because it looks like they are coming, but slow. Slow, slow, slow. Right now, they're up in their head, their guilt, and their ego is holding them back. Oh, it's that pride. It's that nobody can get over on me. I'm always going to be the leader. I'm always going to be the one who calls the shots. I'm moving slow. I'm moving slow. Because right now, I'm not as... I want to use a different word, but I can't. But I'm not as confident, let's say. I don't have the confidence. That's what they're saying. Oh, I'm this confident person. I get anything I want, but right now... Nope, they're moving slow because their ego is in the game here. The ego is up for judgment or up for destruction, or they know that. They know it, and they don't like it. My goodness. Okay. There you are. The Empress, Libra, right there in your own reading. You see them clearly. Yeah, you know how impetuous they are. You know that they jump in and out of relationships just like that, You nurtured this relationship. You were the giver. They know that. They're head back. They want to come back. They feel you as such a comfortable person to be around and fun. So when you were interacting with this person, you had fun with them. You really enjoyed each other, it looks like. They liked your warmth and your comfort, and probably nestle in there and hug you and stuff. They liked that. But because you're compassionate, they just feel that you have it all. Everything that they should have respected. And that's part of their guilt there. They didn't see your self-worth. They didn't know that you were the Empress or the Emperor. Because they were too stuck in their ways. Every relationship they get into, they've got a playbook. And they just follow that playbook step by step. It's not an actual book. It's something that's imprinted in their mind. And it's universal with all these narcissists. It's weird. It's like they're... I don't know. They all have the same imprint. Go through the same motions. Yeah, you feel like this person's just too deceitful. Too deceitful. They could be going through a change, though. In order for them to come back to you, they're definitely going to have to change their ways. See the error of their ways. Recognize the way they've been operating. That's painful, wrong, immoral. Everything in the book that you can say that's negative, they have to clean up that act. They have to make sure that they come back to you correct. Because you do have a certain fondness for this person still. You still think that they could be beneficial in your life some way. But you also don't trust them. This person could have, spent some of your money. They, like I say, they may have had money issues at some time, and they see you as solid and well established. So I don't know. You could have given them a loan. You could have give them some money, just treated them really well, something here, and you might feel like, well, maybe this person, why do they even like me? Maybe they like me because they feel that I'm influential in some way, you could be thinking. They're not after me for love, they're after me for something that I've got. Something that they feel that they can get from me. They can use me in some way. That's how you're feeling. And you're like, I'm healed up, I'm healing, or I've been through it and I'm healed. And just as you're healing, here they come back again. And now you're like, oh, God, no. Because if I get back in this cycle, it's just going to happen all over again. That's what you're thinking. Getting back into that cycle with this person is just going to be a review of pain. Remember at the beginning of the reading, I said it seems like the person in your energy has been having to take care of someone, or somebody relies on them heavily, possibly for money, or... Yeah, that's what it seems like. They're taking care of somebody, or they feel like they have to take care of someone. It's an obligation. This could be your card as well. I mean, you may be taking care of someone, that you feel obligated to take care of. Maybe you take care of a lot of other people. Your plate is full. I think they've got somebody relying on them too. I think it's mutual between you. You both are responsible for other people in some way, supporting them in some manner. And on their side, the person they're dealing with is not grateful. Not really grateful, kind of a shyster. Yeah, if they cheated on you, it was someone way beneath you. Just some scumbucket. Yeah. Somebody that they could just, take their pleasure with and leave in the dirt without any, feelings or anything. Strictly, I don't know, somebody who was a low life. Somebody beneath you. And if you found out about that, that's got to be really painful. They're restless to talk to you. They just want to get back in your energy. You brought fun and enjoyment into their life as the King of Wands. Now they realize your worth, that you're an empress. Yeah. If you love music, your person receives messages through songs. So when they hear music on the radio, maybe you guys had favorite band or favorite song, or just music in general where the lyrics are touch home, they think, this is spiritually coming from you. You've been hurt and disappointed, fighting depression. PTSD, probably, if you're with a narcissist. Yeah, fighting depression, you're hurt, confused, battling through it though. Battling through. Going to have a new beginning. Yeah, I can see that you're already healing up over here. This new beginning is going to help you achieve your dreams. going to help you achieve your dreams because, well, you're starting a new cycle anyway. With all the planetary and moon activity we've had, it's opening up new portals, new directions, new opportunities for people. First, we've got to get through this retrograde, you know. So if you're feeling all crazy and messed up, nothing's going your way, and depressed and all that, that's just part of transformation and change. Just ride it out. The universe is saying, let them go. I think you already have. Doesn't necessarily have to be forever. They need to learn their lesson. You know, observe them, if that's what you want to do. Yeah, they're pretending to be unbothered. I said that before. They don't want to take off that mask. They don't want their ego to look like it's crushed or disturbed in any manner. I think you've got a new person coming in. Very attractive. They're going to be warm-hearted and sensitive. Yeah, I think this past person, one in your energy, they're just too embarrassed to talk to you. They might come back in, they want to, you know, they want to talk. They're restless to talk to you. I can see that. A lot of you are pulled back in their direction. You just got a feeling for this person because they were so much fun to be with. They kind of fulfilled you in a way. But your self-respect won't allow you to go back there. No, you know your worth. You know you're the empress, and you're not going to fold. You don't have to bow or get off your throne for anybody. You have standards, you have morals, and you don't want to be punished anymore, do you? This person is saying that they can't express themselves. They're embarrassed to talk to you. They don't know what to say. I don't think they ever could express their feelings. Yeah, you've got some painful memories with this person. They didn't really make you happy at all. They kept you feeling empty, unfulfilled. They wish they could be a different person. Like I say, they're very aware of how they operate, who they hurt. I think every time they hurt somebody, though, it comes back to hurt them. And that's just karma, yeah. They'd like to tell you that they've never loved anyone the way they love you. And they wish they could be fully honest with you. Yeah, that's killing them. They're feeling guilty. They've got all this inside. They're dying to talk to you. This person wants to express something. Where's the love? What do they want you for? They want to be fully honest. Maybe they wish that they could just express their feelings. Maybe they're so burdened down with what's been going on in their life that they just want to, dump it all out. Just let it come flying all out. So they feel much better. And you're the one they want to tell it all to. You feel like home to this person. You've got some kind of special connection with this person. I'm not saying it's spiritual. I don't know what it is. you would probably know. Yeah, they're very passionate for you. That's, yeah, had that feeling. It has to do with passion. And they don't know how to handle it. Like I said, you know, they don't get emotional. They don't let emotion show or get involved. Their emotions get involved when they're dealing with people. Well, my camera went out on me again. I did go over time. That's just me. Anyway, I caught it, turned it back on. Really close to the ending anyway. But anyway, this person, you know, they feel overwhelmed. They just don't know how to handle it. It's the passion, you know. They've always been able to suppress their emotions in all of their dealings. They just don't let them come out or let them surface. So they've done that with you, and now it's a very strange, very powerful feeling they're going through. They just don't know how to handle it. You got to them, Libra. You broke through that heart of ice, you know, that ice chest, and you released some of their passion. You know, their emotions are overwhelming me. That's what they're saying here. Yeah. These cards are just backing each other up. Passion is overwhelming. The emotions are overwhelming. They just want to get in that warm, beautiful energy. I've never experienced this intense of a connection before. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. It's what the cards are saying. This was a new experience for your person, believe it or not. You may be thinking that, well, they've gone through a lot of partners, you know, and this could be a real shock to you to even hear this, that you were so different. You opened them up. You broke through. And now they're in pain over it because they just don't know how to deal with it. Isn't that strange? That is a little strange. Anyway, we'll look at we'll look at this story some more later, Libra. Next time, like we always do. Until then, thanks for stopping by. And peace and love to you.